as we'll see Jameis Winston and the Chicago Bears versus Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. So we drop you into the first drive of this football game. The Chicago Bears have it. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
Opening carry of the game for Cordarrelle Patterson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Results. Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks. Our scoreless game may not stay that way much longer, as this defense is out there needing a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? And he will not be able to hang on to. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
A 49-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play? That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 19 yards. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Winston. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And unable to connect. Incomplete. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone? To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion. Play fake.
Winston. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Nothing. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Wilson. And his pass incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
1st and 10.
We focus our attention on the Seahawks. A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will as well as some really...
All right, time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one. After the interception, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bears' 4-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Russell Wilson.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
23.
Tough spot here for the offense. Down 16, so you need 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and you need to get the onside kick in between. We'll see if they can do it. Going up top for Miller. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Winston. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and...
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to let it fly. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. It got his man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
At the 36-yard line.
Jameis again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers.
And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive,
Now this one's not over yet. A big play coming up on the onside kick with the kicking team trailing by 8. They need to get it back. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play. Come on.
So hold on. We drop you into this one here. Fourth quarter, return team trailing and hoping for a nice return out of this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Taking it about the 16.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good fit.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Bears 15.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on